Ever wondered why so many men are feeling unfulfilled and unhappy? It's a question that's been gnawing at our collective consciousness, and it's a topic that deserves our attention. Today, we're going to delve into this growing issue, and we're not doing it alone. We have Justin Waller, the CEO and founder of Red Iron, a metal construction company with an unprecedented all-women construction management team, on board with us. Justin is not only a successful entrepreneur, but also a keen observer of societal norms and masculinity. In recent times, there's been an alarming increase in men who feel unappreciated, unfulfilled, and unhappy. If you look around, it's not hard to see why. Social media, with its carefully curated highlight reels, is creating unrealistic expectations. Men are constantly bombarded with images of success, wealth, and an idealized version of masculinity that's hard, if not impossible, to live up to. But it's not just social media that's to blame. Society too, with its ever-evolving norms and expectations, is playing a significant role. Men are expected to be strong, silent providers, always ready to save the day. But what happens when these expectations become too burdensome or unattainable? That's where Justin Waller comes in. He believes that these external pressures are creating weak men. Men who are losing their sense of self-worth, their strength, and their joy. According to him, the solution lies not in chasing societal expectations, but in realizing one's self-worth and establishing one's value. It's about working on the man you're going to become and taking pride in that journey. So it's not about the money, women, or cars that we often see in social media. It's about the strength of character, the discipline, and the respect for oneself. It's about aspiring for personal fulfillment and cultivating a wholesome lifestyle. Now that we've set the stage, let's dive deeper. So what does Justin Waller think about this phenomenon? Let's delve into the philosophy of this unconventional thinker. Waller, the CEO and founder of Red Iron, a metal construction company with an all-women construction management team, is no stranger to challenging societal norms. In fact, he thrives on it. He's become somewhat of a maverick in his field, holding a mirror up to society and asking, "Why are we doing things this way?" Waller's philosophy centers around the idea of strong men, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. He believes that societal expectations and social media are creating a generation of men who are unsure of their self-worth. He argues that men are being devalued, which leads to a lack of fulfillment and happiness. But it's not just about realizing self-worth. Waller emphasizes that men need to establish their value as well. Waller is not one to mince words. He says, "There's a really important part of the male and female dynamic where you get to be the hero. You get to be the one saving the day. You get to be the one solving all the problems. This isn't about ego or machismo. It's about recognizing and valuing the inherent strength in men and allowing them to express it." He goes on to say, "What makes me happy is working on the man I'm going to become." This is an important tenet of Waller's philosophy. It's not just about who you are now, but who you can be in the future. It's about aspiring for personal fulfillment and cultivating a wholesome lifestyle. But what does this look like in practice? According to Waller, it takes discipline, strength, and respect. It's not an easy path, but it's a worthwhile one. Waller encourages men to keep fighting for their self-worth, for their value, for their happiness. He says, if you keep fighting, you're going to be really proud of the man you're going to become. Waller's philosophy is a call to arms for men everywhere. It's a call to reject societal expectations that don't serve them. It's a call to embrace their strength and realize their self-worth. And it's a call for a better future, not just for men, but for everyone. Because as Waller says, the more strong men we build in this world, the better for men, and as a result, the better for women. It's a philosophy that challenges us all to think differently about masculinity and the role of men in society. And whether you agree with it or not, it's a conversation worth having. And as Waller says, the more strong men we build in this world, the better for men, and as a result, the better for women. Let's consider an intriguing quote from Oscar Wilde. "Everything is about sex, except sex. Sex is about power." In essence, this quote encapsulates the power dynamics that exist in relationships, particularly between successful women and men who are perceived as not masculine enough. In today's society, we've seen a rise in successful, powerful women, often referred to as boss babes. They are strong, independent, and often hold positions of authority in their professional lives. However, this shift in societal norms can create a sense of displacement for some men, leading to feelings of inadequacy and diminishing their self-worth. Now consider a man who is seen as not masculine enough. The societal expectations of what it means to be a man can be crippling, especially if a man doesn't fit into that mold. The pressure to be strong, stoic, and manly can be overwhelming, leading to feelings of inadequacy and diminished self-worth. The power dynamic here is heavily skewed, with the boss babe holding the reins of power, leaving the man feeling disempowered and unfulfilled. This power dynamic can significantly impact a man's happiness. When a man feels undervalued and unappreciated, it can lead to dissatisfaction and unhappiness. The societal expectation for men to be the hero, the problem solver, and the provider can cause immense pressure, often leading to feelings of inadequacy if they can't fulfill these roles. But it's important to remember that masculinity isn't defined by societal norms. It's defined by individual values, ethics, and actions. A man's self-worth shouldn't be determined by societal expectations, but by his own personal fulfillment and accomplishments. So, it's crucial to challenge these societal norms and power dynamics. Men need to assert their self-worth, find their happiness, and strive for personal fulfillment, regardless of societal expectations. After all, a man's value isn't determined by his masculinity, but by his character, integrity, and actions. So, the power dynamics in relationships can significantly affect men's feelings of worth and fulfillment. So how can men find their strength, value, and joy again? This is a question that resonates deeply in the hearts of many men, and it's one that Justin Waller, CEO of Redefine, has spent a lot of time contemplating. His philosophy, aptly named the JWaller Philosophy, offers a roadmap to personal fulfillment, self-worth, and a more wholesome lifestyle. The first step on this path is acknowledging that every man possesses inherent worth. This might sound simple, but it's a step that's often overlooked in a world that constantly compares and contrasts. It's about understanding that your value isn't determined by your bank account, your job title, or your physical appearance. Your worth is intrinsic and non-negotiable. Once you've established this fundamental truth, the next step is to aspire for personal fulfillment. This isn't about chasing external markers of success, but rather about seeking what truly brings you joy, satisfaction, and a sense of purpose. It could be anything from mastering a new skill, engaging in meaningful relationships, or contributing positively to your community. However, aspiration alone isn't enough. One must also take action. As Waller states, "What makes me happy is working on the man I'm going to become." This entails setting goals, making plans, and most importantly, taking consistent steps towards your aspirations. It's about being proactive, not reactive, about being a leader of your life rather than a follower. But the journey to fulfillment isn't a lone voyage. It's about cultivating a wholesome lifestyle that includes physical health, emotional well-being, and strong relationships. It's about understanding that strength isn't just physical, but also emotional and mental. It's about respecting yourself and others, and understanding that real strength lies in compassion, understanding, and the willingness to be vulnerable. Finally, it's about resilience. The path to fulfillment is rarely a straight line. There will be setbacks, there will be failures, and there will be moments of self-doubt. But as Waller says, if you keep fighting, you're going to be really proud of the man you're going to become. It's about understanding that every setback is an opportunity for growth, every failure a chance to learn, and every moment of self-doubt a test of your resilience. The path to fulfillment isn't easy. It requires courage, determination, and a lot of hard work. But the rewards are immeasurable. Not only do you gain a sense of self-worth, joy, and personal fulfillment, but you also become a beacon of strength, inspiration, and hope for others. And at the end of the day, isn't that what it's all about? Not just becoming the best version of yourself, but also inspiring others to become the best versions of themselves. As Waller puts it, what makes me happy is working on the man I'm going to become. And that, my friends, is a path worth embarking on. Ever heard of the Redpill or Manosphere philosophies? These are terms that have been making some serious waves in the world of gender discussions. But what exactly do they mean? In essence, the Redpill philosophy is a social perspective that encourages men to wake up to societal norms that may be detrimental to their self-worth, fulfillment, and overall happiness. It's about breaking free from the constraints of expectations and living a life that is authentic to one's own desires and aspirations. On the other hand, the Manosphere is a collective space, primarily online, where men discuss issues that affect them. It's a forum where men can engage in open and frank discussions about everything from relationships to careers to personal growth and everything in between. These philosophies aim to shed light on the pressures and challenges that modern men face. They encourage men to assert their rights, respect their own worth, and fight for their happiness. They argue that men, just like women, should not be confined to societal norms and expectations that do not serve their well-being. The Redpill and Manosphere philosophies are not about promoting male superiority or undermining women. Rather, They are about promoting a sense of balance, equality, and mutual respect. They are about helping men navigate the complex landscape of modern society and relationships, and carve out their own unique path to fulfillment and happiness. These philosophies can provide valuable insights into men's issues, helping us to better understand their perspectives, their struggles, and their aspirations. They can serve as a catalyst for meaningful discussions, fostering greater empathy, understanding, and mutual respect among men and women. In a nutshell, the Redpill and Manosphere philosophies encourage men to take charge of their lives, to define their own standards of success and happiness, and to become the best versions of themselves. And isn't that what we all aspire for? As Waller says, if you keep fighting, you're going to be really proud of the man you're going to become. So what's next, you may ask? Well, here's the thing. For men, it's time to delve deeper into the Redpill or Manosphere philosophies. It's time to understand better who you are, what you want, and where you're heading. But remember, it's not just about understanding, it's about action. It's about striving for personal fulfillment, fighting for your rights, and standing tall in the face of adversity. And for everyone else, it's time to better understand the men in your lives. Listen to their stories, respect their journeys, and support them in their quests for self-worth and fulfillment. Remember the wise words of Justin Waller. The more strong men we build in this world, the better for men, and as a result, the better for women. So, let's start building. Let's start understanding. Let's start respecting. Remember, the journey to self-fulfillment is a marathon, not a sprint. Keep fighting, keep growing, and become the man you're proud to be.